Dear viewers, happy to meet you again. And now what we are going to talk about is nothing but the common problem that encounters with the teenagers the present scenario. What is it? That is nothing but the acne vulgaris. Each and every girl, particularly girl child, they used to have pimples. Commonly said it's pimple. It's called as acne vulgaris. What happens actually, for some people it will be more reddened. In some people it will be ulcerated. For some people actually literally the fluid will be coming out of it. It will be oozing out all time. So those are the girls, they always use a kerchief, they keep completely they will be keep rubbing it. Because to stop the fluid, nothing will be done. It will be kept on coming. Although it's a real problem. Though the pain is very little, not to that extent, it becomes a social problem. That's a very important thing. At the age of their age, they could not mingle with their own set. Because of this one, they find it very difficult. They'll have only limited friends. So after that, what will happen, even if it gets cured, what will happen, you can see black marks on the face, particularly to the two areas. And for 90% of the girls, after the impact of the supposed impact of the acne vulgaris, what happens? You can see small ditches on both cheeks. Sir, honestly telling you, you do not have a single therapy for this one. My daughter, by name Binu, she is right now residing in Hamilton in New Zealand. Because of the climatic changes and the geographical changes, she was in UK. Now she shifted to New Zealand. So because of that one, what has happened to her? That area, there will be more, particularly in New Zealand, the cattle products, that is milk products. They just as they use in all the things. Because of that one, she had this pimples. When she met a doctor at New Zealand, believe me, he prescribed doxycycline. It is an antibiotic. No problem. But how long? For a period of 6 months she has to take. This is what the advice given by a doctor in New Zealand. Ought to believe me. As a doctor, I was totally taken aback because any antibiotic should be given maximum to 7 days. In certain time, we may make it as a 10 days or 12 days. But absolutely taking it for longer time, definitely it will undo so many things within the body. But she was advised to take it for 6 months. Am I to find fault with the doctor? No, this is what our science taught us. Whichever I was taught, only that one I can deliver to the patients. Very simple. But actually, because we do not know what the reason is. And you got a humpty number of creams. You would have seen it in all the papers, TVs and media. But everything, when you put, everything will go. No, nothing will go. The reason being is because it is a one disease that comes from within, not from outside. So you completely, you heat the milk in the house. The milk gets boiled. So after boiling, what will happen? It will try to come out of the vessel. So first thing what anybody do that is, they will immediately go on, make the burner into a sim state. They will put off the fire first. Then only they will sprinkle water over the pot so that the boiled milk may go down. This is what everybody is doing. Why? You have to bring it to the sim level. You have to bring down the heating. So likewise, why this acne vulgaris comes in particularly for the young guys? The reason being is, let me ask you one simple question. Have you ever seen acne vulgaris anywhere out of this place in the body? Has it come in the hand? This way? Anywhere upper and lower hand? In upper limb, lower limb? No, not at all. Then what happens this area? Why it comes this area? That is another question you have to think about it. The reason being is, all time in rhymes, in kindergarten rhymes, what is say? The rosy cheeks. Why this becomes rosy? One particularly for girl childs. Once they become, they are literally blemished. What happens? Immediately you get the rosy cheeks. What happens? Why it becomes like that? The reason being is, only in this area the blood supply, particularly the vessel that is supplying the blood will be exactly superficial to the skin. All other places it will be little deeper. So when you look at somebody, immediately the girl, because of the excitement she feels within herself, automatically there will be gushing of blood into the blood vessels. So because all the skin of the girl child, it will be very tender, automatically through the skin you can see the gushing of the blood vessel that gives a rosy color in the cheeks. That is the reason you get rosy cheeks only, you get rosy color only in the cheeks and nowhere else. Sir, why not gents? Because gents, actually, the skin is very hard, little hard than for girls. So it takes little, only the little amount of percentage people alone they will get this pimples. So what happens? Only under you are talking about a blood supply, then blood supply how it produces a pimple. That is how it is. Within the body, when automatically you produce more heat, after quite some time, long time, which is untreated production of heat, automatically the heat tends to enter into the blood system. This is very important and it is being documented in acupuncture. And once it gets into the blood system, whichever area it goes, particularly this area, because this is more superficial, automatically you can see blisters coming out of it because of the heat that is running within the blood vessels. These blisters are the acne vulgaris. This is your pimple. So on treating it externally, nothing will happen. What you have to do, that is very important. You have to put off the heat that is produced inside. You have to bring down the level of heat in the blood. Then only first the patient will become normal. So how we go about it? The moment the patient comes, we will see at the eyes, by looking at the iridology, I can make it out how stressed the girl is, or the boy is, the patient is. Why, if they are very stressed, first I will de-stress them. Already I told you, because we'll make it as a compartmentalized. They are thinking, we'll make it as compartmentalized, so they will be cool all the time. So by that I will totally eradicate the heat that has been accumulated inside, number one. Number two, the production of heat I will stop it down. I see to that the blood in the blood vessel, the heat that is seen in the blood vessel, automatically it gets dissipated. This, by acupuncture we can do that. By doing that alone, automatically the scar, that particularly the lesion that is in the form of a pimple, automatically it will get shrinked. Because you already obliterated the heat that is coming out of the things. So automatically, because there is nothing there to make it worse, automatically it comes down. Then simple, certain by using something, we can totally treat acne vulgaris. You take it from me. How many days it may require? Matter of 30 days. At the end of the 15th day, I can show the result. You can see the drying out of the acne vulgaris. People, for patients for whom I said fluids will be coming out automatically, fluids, everything will get stopped. They'll feel very comfortable. After 30 days, end of the 30 days, completely their acne will be totally solved. But after that, I'll ask them to come at least for 10 days. What is the reason being is because I already told you, for acne patients, the post-acne patients, what will happen? You can see the ditches. So to avoid that one, if we give treatment over the skin in the cheek area, automatically all the dots totally it will become normal, and it will come and make it will be the same surface will be maintained throughout the cheeks on both sides. So that dot you will never get it back again. Like with the black dot which you see after which you see as a scar after any acne vulgaris infection, that also could be easily corrected on putting the needles in and around. So 40 minutes a day for 30 days, totally acne vulgaris will be totally come out. But you people, I request you, I advise you not to go for any milk products. That is very important. Or any sweets. If you curtail all those things, number one. Number two, you have to go for early sleep. That is around 10 o'clock. That is very, very, very important. For so many reasons, I am telling the same thing, but that is very much true. You have to go for early bed. Number 3, no tension. Tension is the one thing that creates an internal heat. So to avoid the production of these heats, you have to do all those things so that acne totally goes out once and for all. You will not get it back again. That's it. Thank you, friends.